Welcome. Hi, it's Sharna, and it's so great to be with you again. If you're watching this video, it's because you're either on your final steps of your certified buyer training or you're recertifying as one of our certified buyers in the store. Either way, my hope is to share some insights with you about trends now and then. I hope to host this seminar every 6 months and keep our focus on styles that sell best in our stores. So let's get started with our Spring and Summer 2022 Style Seminar. All right, some trends for 2022 though. We've got some neutrals. So many neutrals right now are the tan, brown tones. Pastels are also very popular. Pastels like baby blue, pink, or lavender, and then bright, bold colors, vibrant retro colors, I like to call them. So anything that's bright, bold. You'll notice that there's not as many muted tones, so maroon, olive green, the peachy, dusty blue, those aren't on the list anymore. So if you see these muted colors in the store, just be aware that it could be a reason to pass. Patterns are another easy way to track trends. So 2022, I like to call groovy graphics. This means small patches of embroidery, like butterfly, smiley faces, mushrooms, daisies, hearts. Checker pattern is really popular. Geometrics are big. And then bleach dye or tie-dye is still very popular like it has been in the past, as well as tiny floral print and small plaids. Older styles are large florals and then embroidery patches, especially like the rose patches. So look for those to pass on. Fabric trends, last one. This is a huge one to track trends. So just like colors and patterns, there's trends on fabrics. We see a lot of seamless fabrics, ribbed knits, as well as waffle knits and ruching with like the elastic that's attached on the back of the fabric. Texture is big, so the fuzzy sweaters in non-sweater items like tank tops and vests are very popular, as well as satin and corduroy. Since many of these fabrics have lots of texture, most of them are solid, so we aren't seeing a lot of prints on these popular fabrics. If the fabric is printed, I usually see either like the tiny florals, and it comes in a non-stretchy cotton fabric. That's why they add elastics or buttons and snaps, ties, zippers, all of those closures, because you can't typically like pull it on over your head like you do with a t-shirt. Another trend that we see are the patchwork knits or the crochet fabrics. Older styles are typically those super stretchy, comfortable t-shirt fabrics in all, dresses, shirts, tanks, like that kind of thing, as well as those sheer polyester fabrics that are like not a mesh, but you need something underneath. A lot of times they're in like a button-up or a tie with pockets. So I would also consider the crushed velvet, the ones that are really stretchy, as an older style, since we're looking at like structured, very thick, heavy, textured fabrics. Okay, next up, colors, patterns, and fabrics give us a huge clues, but another way to track trends is silhouettes. And this one's probably one of my favorite ways because it allows for so much flexibility with older styles. So to be able to say, hey, that's new again. Building a silhouette with clothing allows you to change the illusion of your body shape. So with each trend, some body types will be a better fit than others, but any body can create the illusion of this trending silhouette. We'll look more into styles in the coming slides, but I want to give you a little bit of background on here. An older silhouette, so we're looking at this right-hand side of the screen, accentuates the hips and bust while minimizing legs and shoulders. Let's compare an older style silhouette with a trendy silhouette. So, what does a trendy silhouette look like right now? You can see that on the left side of the screen, there's like a teeny tiny waist. I would say that's probably the number one thing about this silhouette right now is everything accentuates this teeny tiny waist, and everything else is kind of oversized above that. So you have a small bust, super long legs or platform legs, if that makes sense, long arms and wide shoulders. I'm also seeing square neck, textured fitted tops with heavy, long legs. So, all right, let's come look at some pictures here. As you can see, I've like drawn out the silhouette. First of all, what do you notice about all of them? What's the same? Do you notice anything different between each photo? Okay, let me read those terms again from the last slide and see if you can spot some patterns that I found. A teeny tiny waist, small bust, long legs or platform legs as you can call it, long arms, wide shoulders. I also see quite a few square necklines and wide pant legs. You can see on almost every photo that it's very fitted from just under the bust all the way to the natural waistline. So this is one of the most important aspects of this silhouette. Another key element is shoes. Platform shoes make this outfit. It defines the elongated legs and kind of grounds the silhouette. So a minimal or nude shoe that like disappears would look kind of odd with a really wide leg. Okay, let's compare our silhouette then. The first couple things I noticed is drapey fabrics, especially around the shoulders and the waist, and then very tapered legs with pointed, nude, or minimized shoes. So V-neck styles accentuate that as like a larger bust, and then contrast that between drapey fabrics, flowy fabrics, very skinny styles on the pants or bottoms. And then I think of this as like the Kim Kardashian silhouette with a small waistline, larger hips, and larger shoulders. So during this presentation, you'll see two columns, styles now and styles then. Styles now are the things that we're seeing in stores now. These are the styles that we should be pricing up, sometimes even double what our average price in the store is, especially if they're new or in excellent condition. These are the styles we're hoping to fill our store with, but it's important to start looking for them now because they won't pop up very often. I know the majority of our sellers won't have these items, so that's why we have the Styles Then column. So my goal is to give you some guidelines on what inventory we should be looking for and what should we be passing on. Styles Then show you the items that we should be passing on. Many of these items are on clearance in our stores. That's why they're here. Remember that just a few years ago that these were the popular styles. So when customers are surprised when we pass on their items, it could be that they haven't been shopping in a while. These are styles that they know and love, and they don't understand why we'd be passing. So it's important to recognize these were popular at one point, and they're just not what our customers are looking for right now. Okay, we're jumping right into it. Older styles, I'm always going to start with older styles. So focus on the right side and then we'll switch to the new styles. Older styles, tanks are typically lightweight, soft fabrics, unfinished edges, and long lengths. I've seen this style in every store, on every clearance rack in our stores. And a lot of the older style tanks, you'll see a lot of like off the shoulder, large ruffles or peplum tops. And then we want to make sure we're passing on the long, drapey, flowy tanks. Styles now are much more fitted and structured. So crop length is very popular, especially in seamless or the ribbed knit fabrics. So look for tiny ruffles or ties on either the shoulders, just under the bust. Instead of unfinished edges, look for a lettuce edge or the seamless fabrics. Tiny straps or square necks are very popular. Embroidered graphics are usually minimal on the upper chest in groovy patterns or prints. So that's like a little butterfly here on a tank. Now on tops, you can see on our then pictures, we have the elongated shirts again. This silhouette was focused on drapey, tunic-like tops that accentuate the hips, remember. So big ruffles or peplum. And our now top style, they're either very boxy, oversized, or cropped and fitted. So especially under the bust and into the natural waistline, that long line, bralette style. And so look for tops that either crop or taper at the natural waistline or the empire waist. So that's right under the bust. Look for tops with sleeve details, especially those princess or balloon sleeves in either short or long. And then instead of big ruffles, we're looking for ties or ruching, the ribbed fabric, skinny drawstring, ties, buttons, zips, snap closures. On dresses, an older style dress I would consider is that tunic length, again, an A-line silhouette, so lots of tiered, ruffled, drapey fabrics or maxi dresses. And then dresses now are typically short, so we're looking at mini skirts now, and either a schoolgirl style with a short square neck and then a straight hemline, or long dresses are are less common now. So look for popular patterns from our style guides and then our style watch flyers and those groovy graphics. This is where I lean on colors, prints, and fabrics heavily because dresses, there's not a lot of flexibility with style as far as like the cut goes. So a newer style is typically more fitted though, and then t-shirt dresses seem to stick around, but instead of them being like a t-shirt that's an A-line, they're very oversized. It's like an extra large t-shirt that's a little bit longer. Skirts are one of those things that when they're popular, they're great, and when they're not, we pass. So right now, they're popular. And it's important to take older styles and make sure we're not buying them. So older style skirts are typically calf length or a maxi length. Pass on skirts with those super high slits, especially if they're the bodycon style. And short tailored mini skirts are very popular. The schoolgirl pleated ones. Look for styles with structured fabrics like denim, corduroy, or the plaid tweed. And then patchwork skirts or silky fabrics are very popular as well. For denim style skirts, look for button down or a zip front. Distressed or raw hem denim skirts are a little less popular. So, you know, especially this white one here where it's like an A-line or asymmetrical hemline. Coats and jackets. Older style jackets are, again, drapey, lightweight. Pass on those army style ones with the cinch waist unless they're a designer brand. And then trench styles, pretty much all of those faux leather jackets that either have like a sweatshirt inside or sometimes they're just like that fake leather, like a traditional bomber jacket. Longer, classic, lightweight jackets don't sell as well as those like half zip or quarter zip active jackets that are really popular now. So be careful of taking in those Sherpa jackets just because they were so common. And so unless they're in excellent condition or cropped or super popular brand, I would probably pass. Now, coats and jackets now are look for crop styles. Oversized is really popular. Those boxy fit. Remember thinking about your fabrics as well. So like a thicker fabric, the quilted, what's it called? Print, or it has like filling in the middle of it. Also, cargo pockets instead of like a classic bomber jacket. So look for jackets with heavier fabrics that hold their shape really well. Okay, denim. Denim is back. Woo, finally, because this is fun. So we've been selling athleisure for so long. So older style jeans were super, super stretchy, very comfy, very fitted. So pass on those soft, stretchy denim unless, or like jegging style. So a jegging is like, doesn't have front pockets. They're just fake. And super skinny styles are not as popular except in designer brands. Remember, designer has its own kind of realm, and if they're in excellent condition of a designer brand, it's probably something that's going to sell well in our store. So the things we're passing on is the overstretching in the crotch area. If you've been a buyer for a while, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you haven't, then talk to a certified buyer that you trust. And this is a sure tell that it's an older fabric because it's stretched out. So right now, denim now, what does it look like? Thick denim fabrics. This is the key. I would take in just as many denim jeans as you can that are the thick, like chunky denim, if that makes any sense. It's not as stretchy. It's the real deal. This is why vintage denim is super popular right now. So real denim fabric doesn't stretch at all. When they first made jeans, it had zero stretch, and that's why they had a zipper, and it's like super fitted, and you had to wear them in a way. And so this is kind of like men's denim. It hasn't changed in a very long time. Oversized, the men's style, Levi's, Wranglers, that fabric is super important. The other things to look for on denim are very high waist, wide leg, mom jeans, boyfriend styles, cargo pockets, and then instead of colored denim, we're looking for printed or patchwork denim. I would pass on 90% of your colored denim you get in the store. Okay, shorts are kind of the same thing. Older style shorts I would consider are either a mid-rise or a low-rise. Pass pretty much immediately on those lightweight, floral print fabric shorts. Older styles have like a higher cut on the side. So instead of like going straight across, they cut up and are usually like very distressed. I know distressed shorts are still super popular, but especially looking at like a folded hem with a little bit of distressing. Shorts generally sell really well in our store, so it's important to check for thinning fabrics, holes, and signs of wear. And if you see any of those, that's a great reason to pass. Otherwise, it's a good reason to take them, especially in brands that we know our customers love. So shorts now, look for styles with that thicker fabric, a slightly longer length, exposed button fly, or the like weird crisscross fly that's like sideways. Either an exposed zipper or vintage styles are super popular as well. And then fabric shorts with cargo pockets. Bike shorts are popular. Paper bag style shorts I would also take. And then the terry cloth ones seem to be very popular now in fabric shorts. Okay, activewear. Remember, activewear is one of those things that it's made with fabric that's made to last. Like there's a lot of elastic in it, and so it's made to hold up for a long time. So it might be harder to spot signs of wear, which is why a lot of times our activewear section is overstocked. So check the labels or the logos for wearing or cracking. That's my best tip. Older styles will usually have strappy cutouts or mesh panels, and if they're in excellent condition, brand new, then we can probably take them. But just know those, may be an older style. Be sure to pass on lower end or fast fashion brands, especially if they're not in excellent condition, meaning like new. Look for the seamless fabrics. The matching sets are super popular, and solid colors or the tiny prints. The older styles will have like a bigger print or the weird tie-dye, like, I don't know what it's called, but it looks like a marble print. Just be aware. Sets. This is a new like style, I guess you could say, and almost all of them sell really, really well in our stores. So the big question is, what did they replace? Like, what we're taking sets, what are we not taking? Most people used to wear rompers, and now they're wearing sets. So be aware of that. And it's important to phase out rompers because we're taking sets. So keep that in your brain. And be very, very selective about any rompers that you are taking. Older style rompers are like the beach cover-ups. Newer styles is like an outfit. So pass on those drapey or like formal rompers, I guess you could call it, where they were either off the shoulder or longer sleeves, flowy fabrics. I think you're hearing me say the same things over and over again. I hope, right? So instead of rompers, look for more fitted sets or fitted rompers. If you are going to take a romper, then it should be that same, like seamless fabrics in the silhouette we're looking for. Remember, small bust, long under the bust line, like ribbed fabrics. And then the same trends here apply here too, right? So small little ruffles, tiny ties, button or snap closures, and then loungewear sets are super popular. That's like that tan one under sets now. So matching shorts and a t-shirt or jacket, something like that. Okay, accessories. We typically don't buy a lot of accessories because we can order them new, so keep that in your brain as well. Any accessories we do take should be in new condition. Be selective and make sure that they're the right styles. Pass on any accessories that don't look new. Hats, make sure that they're holding their shape, they're not discolored, they're not dirty. Any jewelry we do buy shouldn't be broken, tarnished, needs to be super, super trendy, because otherwise we can just order a whole pack of it and it's looks way better. Accessories now, look for flat brim or felt hats. Bucket hats are in great condition, are things that we want to take. Belts that are either real leather or a little bit wider are great. Chain belts are pretty popular. Pass on any of the skinny belts that like people used to wear around a dress, or any belts that look used. Sunglasses, we're looking for retro styles, and so they're round or rectangular. Sometimes they come with colored lenses, or the like wraparound holographic 80s style sunglasses. Okay, purses. If you're thinking of taking in a large purse, don't. Okay, large purses or totes are one of those things that every store has on clearance, so stop buying them. Every single store has a giant tote purse on clearance, I can guarantee you. And if they haven't, it's because they had to sell it for $1 and now it's gone. So customers are looking for small purses, more portable options, shoulder bags, sling bags, teeny backpacks, belt bags, mini totes. These are the ones that we want. Any exception would be a larger designer purse in new condition. So this is like Michael Kors, Coach, Louis Vuitton, and we want to make sure they're in great condition. So don't buy large purses in generic brands or in used condition with spots or stains or peeling fabrics, that kind of a thing. Okay, one word for shoes is platform. I know we've brought this up a little bit with this silhouette, but keep this perspective and you'll be pretty successful as a buyer. If you're looking for shoes, make sure that they are blocky heels, platform soles in every style. See the difference between like the nude heels on the left and the Chelsea boot on the right? The boot doesn't have a platform on the front. So thick, chunky soles are more popular than those streamlined older styles. Anything with like a tapered heel, I would pass on unless they are real leather. And I use that exception for pretty much everything. Boots, shoes, sandals, sneakers, any of those that are real leather, I'm gonna buy them. And they're usually super expensive. So do your homework and find out how much they cost. They always sell really well in our store, but if in doubt, get a second opinion on shoes. Okay, men's tops. Men's trends are less polarizing in general, but they're definitely like slight changes over time. So one of the most important things to consider with men's stuff is brands sell really well, and no name brands don't sell very well. So that's my best advice with men's stuff. Be more selective on tees with big front graphics, especially if they're fast fashion brands. Other items that fill our men's clearance racks are those basic ones, especially from like PacSun, where you can't tell it's a PacSun tee, but it says PacSun in the label, and it's just a boring t-shirt. Unless the logo is clearly visible, usually guys aren't gravitating towards those styles. Look for men's items with like a small front pocket and big back prints, or long sleeve tees are really popular with like a center front print and then a sleeve print on the long sleeves. Vintage polos, patterned button downs are also very popular. Now, men's bottoms, a lot like men's tops, are being totally rated by all of the women in our store. So especially those classic style denim in Levi's or Wranglers. Similar to women's denim, remember, look for sturdy, not stretchy denim. In medium wash and straight fit, jogger styles are also still pretty popular. The ones that taper at the hem, so any pants that follow that silhouette is typically a good fit for our store. Take it easy on those like super skinny denim or the moto style. Classic chino pants have historically not sold well in our store, and I don't feel like they will moving forward unless they're cargo style. So if they have cargo pockets, then it's probably a good fit. Men's activewear are pretty much almost exclusively either joggers or the retro style sweatpants and shorts. Basketball shorts in a shorter inseam, like 6 to 9 inches mid-thigh, if that makes sense, or shorter, but not the long ones that are below the knee for men. You should pass on oversized and super baggy basketball shorts. Okay, men's sweatshirts, coats, and jackets. Since so many of our women's styles are actually adopted from a menswear style, we're seeing a lot of our men's section get cleaned out as well by our women shopping. Our women shoppers in the store. Oversized, boxy menswear, coats, jackets, long sleeves, and sweatshirts are super popular. Again, looking for those thick fabrics that are historically very common in menswear. And be selective on older styles, especially the quarter zip sweatshirts, sweaters, like any faded hoodies, especially in dark colors, and be cautious on like a full zip hoodie or jacket Look instead for crewneck style sweaters and sweatshirts in vintage graphics or those groovy prints. And matching sets for men is also pretty popular. Coats are usually quilted or the puffer style. Again, look for that like structured fabric, canvas, corduroy, the quilted stuff. Men's accessories, shoes, look for any retro style high top sneakers or work boots, and then make sure you do your research on any high top Nike shoes since some of them are super pricey. If you're increasing the price, make sure you get a second opinion, and you can always send a picture if you're by yourself in the store buying, or you can text me or Ashley or your manager or another buyer that you trust in the store for pricing. And Nike Air Force Ones are probably the most popular shoe in every store, and not even just ours. So be aware that Air Force Ones, our bare minimum is $30. So if you're taking in, and those are like the super worn out, even faded or scuffed in weird sizes, I mean $30, and they range up to $85 for any of them that are in great condition. The average price for Air Force Ones is around $65. So keep that in your mind. Okay, be selective on men's hats, especially the trucker style or snapbacks and slouchy beanies. And pass on men's flip-flops. Instead, we're looking for slides. Older style men's shoes are usually lightweight, lower profile, running shoes, or menswear inspired casual shoes like boat shoes. So Sperry, not a thing anymore. All right, last reminder before I sign off. I know it's fun to look at what's new and exciting, but your job as a certified buyer is to make sure that you're buying items that we sell best in our store. So we judge these based on 3 different categories. And if you remember from your pre-sorting training, it's also on this slide here. Number 1, condition. Number 2, quality. Number 3, style. So first and foremost, we're always buying items in great condition. It's important to fill our store with all of these quality items our customers will love, even if they aren't super, super trendy. So second, we want to make sure we're buying items that fill our sections. So we target specific brands because we want to make sure that we're taking things that fit our customers and the things that they're looking for. This is why we pass on menswear, women's wear, pajamas, formal wear. We focus on casual styles like jeans and t-shirts. All right, style always comes last. This is the 3rd factor, and it's not a deal breaker, right? We take items in great condition before we take items that are super trendy. So I host this style seminar to help you know which items we should be pricing up, and sometimes up to twice as much as our average price, and which ones we should pass on. Okay, thanks for joining me today. I hope you found something that was useful and that will help you as a buyer. Your job as a certified buyer is one of the most important parts of our business, and it's why Ashley and I spend so much time investing in tools that help you. Thanks for being part of Runway and Clothing Revival. We love having you in the family, and we're so glad you're here. Keep making our store a better place that's inspiring, enticing, and welcoming. See you next time.